Welcome back to the channel, Sunshines. This week we will be tuning into our inner Bob Ross and transforming a piece of acrylic board into a masterpiece. I got this 5x7 acrylic at the Dollar Tree and it has a protective covering on it, but once you peel it off on both sides, it will look like this. Completely transparent, just waiting for a masterpiece to be painted onto it. Acrylic sheet painting used to be a big trend a little while ago, but I always wanted to try it for myself. I'll be using a combination of Posca markers and regular acrylic paint for the colors I don't have in marker form. One of my favorite Sanrio characters is Pachaco, so I wanted to paint him as a professional baker because my PC setup is bread theme and I'm the carb queen. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking really. I think I channeled my Bob Ross a little too hard because I tried to make it look like his face was like smushed up against the glass, and this is the draft that I came up with. I realize I have no idea how to make the shadows even look like that, so I don't even know why I attempted. I was getting a little frustrated after a while. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Let me keep it simple because this is supposed to be fun. I'm already overcomplicating things, so let's just do the basics for the first time. So I redrew it so I could use it as my template, and I'm turning it around so he'll be facing correctly since I'm painting the back side of the acrylic board. I saw some people paint the black outline on the front and then paint the rest on the back, but I want it to be all on the same side. So I'm just placing it down and I taped it just so it doesn't move while I'm working on it. For the outline, I used my black Posca marker because it was so much easier to just trace it with a marker instead of a paintbrush. The key to painting this is that you want your paint to be completely opaque. So you will need to do multiple layers to ensure you can't see through that paint. After each section, I do recommend flipping it over and seeing where you need to touch it up or add more paint because I didn't do that. You can definitely tell if you look close enough, so that's where I fell short. Since I was filming it, I didn't want to move it too much, so for my future paintings, I'll be more careful next time. At first, I did a lot of research on how to properly execute this, and it was honestly becoming so overwhelming. Some people were saying, oh, you need to sand the acrylic board so the paint can stick. Some were saying you need to seal it with something special or the paint won't last. They were also saying, oh, use paint that'll adhere to acrylic better. Just all this complicated stuff that I was like, you know, this is just a fun hobby. We aren't going for perfection here. And we're on a tight budget, so we're just gonna use what we have readily available. I may Mod Podge at the end to help seal the back, since I already have that, but other than that, I just wanna have fun. Does anyone else have this issue where they research a new craft so much that you feel burnt out before you even start it? I have a bad habit of doing that, so I'm definitely working on that perfectionist mindset. These crafts end up being my little exercises that help me realize that I'm doing way too much. But anyways, some tips when you're working. I would probably make the outline a little thicker than I had it. It's just a personal preference, but definitely flip it around and check to see how the coverage is before you move on to painting the rest on top of it. Once you move on, there is no fixing it after that, and taping it down for the outline is fine, but after that, honestly, I don't think you really need to tape it down. Just be gentle while you're painting. My second tip would be to not swipe too much over a spot because the marker or the paintbrush will just lift that paint back up since it is such a smooth surface. You want the paint to have a thicker coverage, so once you paint a section, leave it alone, or you can use a small fan to try to dry it faster. Don't paint again until that section is completely dried, or you'll just be taking that paint back off. This part does require a little patience, but once I did a section, I just went to go get a snack, or I did some squats to get this booty fatter. If anyone has any tips, let me know in the comments. I'm tired of it looking like this acrylic painting. flat with no dimension. Speaking of dimension, as you can tell, the acrylic paintings that look amazing include shadowing, and my brain said, hell to the no. After my first attempt of being extra, I had no brain capacity to add shadowing into my painting. So if you're more skilled in that area, by all means, add that to your painting as well. Mine will stay as flat as my pancake booty. My third tip would be to use acrylic markers for the smaller details if you have them. The markers were so much easier to use, but for the larger areas, I just painted it with a paintbrush to get more of a full coverage, and I think it worked out pretty well in the end. I think I might end up framing this little guy or buying a stand for him. I haven't quite decided yet because I do want to make a cute little collection of portraits of my favorite Sanrio characters. My other favorites are Kuropi, Tuxedo Sam, and Batsmaru in no particular order. So I definitely need to make another trip to the Dollar Tree. But anyways, this is the final result. I do love it as my first time trying it out. For my next one, I definitely am going to tweak a few things based on the tips I mentioned earlier, so I'm excited to see how much better it will turn out. Also, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and let me know in the comments if you decided to try this craft out. I'd love to know what you ended up creating. Like always, love you guys, and see you in the next one. Bye!